Welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have all of you learners and your helpful guides joining us today. So, what's our big goal? Well, today we are going to master a brand new, very special sound, the sound. But before we even look at a single letter, I want to take a quick second to celebrate the fact that we are all unique learners. And what does that mean? It means we totally understand that everybody learns a little differently. We work hard, we're patient with ourselves, and most importantly, we grow a little bit stronger every single day.
Okay, let's take a look at our roadmap for today. We're going to start off by officially meeting the sound, and then we'll use it to start building some words. After that, we'll level up to sentences and story time, dive into some really fun practice activities, and finally, I'll leave you with a few great tips to practice at home with your family.
All right, let's jump right into section 1 and meet this R sound.
To kick things off, let's anchor our lesson with our daily affirmation. I'd love it if you could actually say this out loud right along with me. I am a unique learner. I work hard and learn with confidence every day. Remember, as unique learners, our special character trait for today's lesson is understanding. Unique learners are kind, patient, understanding, and we always help one another succeed. So keep that confidence and kindness front and center as we tackle this new sound together.
So how exactly is this sound made? Well, we're talking about something called an R-controlled vowel. Basically, when the letter R follows the vowel U, it totally takes charge. It completely changes the sound of that U. So instead of making its usual sound, together, U and R make the sound. You can kind of think of the letter R as the bossy letter that tells the U exactly how they're going to sound when they team up.
And that brings us to a fantastic little memory trick. Say this catchy phrase with me, almost like a chant. When U meets R, it says Let's try something a little interactive here. I want you to physically clap your hands once for every single sound you hear in these words. Ready? Fur, turn, nurse, church, purse. Doing that physical movement, like clapping, actually helps your brain lock in exactly what that sound feels and sounds like.
Moving right along to section 2. Now that we know the sound, it's time to actually build some words with it.
Think of this like leveling up in a game. Let's see how our vocabulary grows. Step 1 is our beginner words, things like fur and turn, short, simple, and right to the point. Step 2 moves us into everyday words, words you probably use all the time, like hamburger or Thursday. And finally, step 3 brings us to the challenge words. Listen to these awesome phrases: purple butterfly and cheerful nurse. I absolutely love seeing this kind of growth because it really shows how your confidence builds. You start with simple beginner words and boom, before you know it, you're reading big, challenging phrases with total ease.
Now, comprehension absolutely has to go hand in hand with pronunciation. It's not enough to just say the word, we need to know what it means in the real world. A nurse is someone who cares for the sick. A turtle is a slow-moving reptile with a hard shell. A church is a place of worship, and a purse is a small bag where people keep their personal items. When we actually understand the true meaning, the words just come alive in our minds.
Let's lock in the spelling with a quick little puzzle. Imagine a word with some missing letters. If I give you an N, a blank space, and an SE, or a T, a blank space, and TLE, they don't mean much, right? But the second we fill in that missing bossy R and its partner U, it completes the words perfectly. Nurse, turtle, purse. It's exactly like finding that missing puzzle piece that makes the whole picture click together.
Now, words are great, but they're basically just bricks. Sentences are the houses we build with them. That brings us to section 3, sentences and story time.
Before we jump into our reading passage, which is called The Purple Purse, I want to prime your brain with a word hunt. Here is your target list: Thursday, church, purple, purse, turtle, nurse, and journey. I really want you to be active readers here. As we go through the story, keep your ears peeled and actively hunt down these hidden words. The story is a really beautiful passage about a girl named Ava who goes to church on a Thursday with her grandmother, carrying a purple purse, spotting a turtle in a park, and meeting an incredibly helpful nurse. But I want to focus on this heartwarming conclusion. Ava smiled and said, "Kindness makes every journey special." This ties so perfectly back to our character trait of the day for unique learners: understanding. Being kind, patient, and understanding truly makes our whole learning journey so much better.
Okay, quiz time. I want to test your reading comprehension to make sure you were paying close attention to the fun little details of the story. Here's the question. What color was Grandma's purse? I'll give you a second to think. Got your answer? If you said purple, you hit the nail on the head. Excellent job spotting that word in the narrative.
Let's try one more quick question to reinforce what we just read. Who helped the elderly woman cross the road in our tale? Take a quick second to recall the characters that Ava and her grandma met on their way home. Yep, that's right. It was the friendly nurse. Just another fantastic vocabulary word showing up right in the middle of the action.
Let's lock in everything we've built so far. We are moving into Section 4, Fun Practice Activities.
Let's try a multiple choice challenge. Our target word to find is church. We have 3 options in our lineup: church, school, and library. If I ask you to spot the correct word out of this group, it just jumps right out at you, doesn't it? It's that very first option, church, proudly displaying that spelling right there in the middle.
You know, organizing words is kind of like a sorting game for our brains. We can categorize our words into people, like a nurse or a grandmother. We have places, like a church or a park, and of course, things, like a purse, a turtle, or a delicious hamburger. Sorting is just a wonderful way for unique learners to understand exactly how all these new words fit logically into the real world.
And now, for our final segment, Section 5, Tips for Home and Family, where we take these skills off the screen and into everyday life.
Here is a super fun challenge for you and your family today. Try a sound scavenger hunt around your house or even your neighborhood. Can you find these 5 items? Number 1, a purse. Number 2, any purple item. Number 3, can you spot a church? Number 4, a turtle. And hey, a toy or a picture totally counts. Or number 5, a turn, like pointing out a turn on a road sign or practicing a page turn in a book. This is such a fantastic, active way to prove to yourself that these sounds are literally everywhere around us.
Before we wrap up, let's check our progress. You should be so incredibly proud of your massive success here. You have now mastered 4 of the 6 R-controlled vowels. That's huge. You've successfully conquered the R, the the IR, and today, the sound. Up next in our series, we're going to be tackling the exciting OR and AIR sounds. You are building such a solid foundation for reading, it's awesome.
We're going to conclude our explainer today with this final, empowering thought. Unique learners read with understanding. You've absolutely proven that today by working hard, clapping out those sounds, and mastering a really complex new rule. Keep hunting for those vocabulary words and keep bringing your understanding out into the real world. You are capable of amazing things. So the only question left to ask yourself is, what fascinating new things will you read and understand next? Thank you so much for joining me today, and keep up the fantastic work.